In this video, we want to take a look at how we can get our right-of-way to show up in our dynamic cross-section view so that we can determine if we've exceeded the limits that we are allowed for our construction. Over here in my plan view, you're going to see that I have a proposed right-of-way line and an existing right-of-way line, and those are referenced in from my right-of-way file. So what we have to do to get those to show up in our cross-section view is we have to give those a profile. To do that, we simply can assign the active existing ground terrain as a profile to those right-of-way lines, and then they will show up on the dynamic cross-sections, as well as when we produce proposed cross-sections for plans production. So let's go ahead and jump over to our right-of-way file. And this is a very simple process. Here I have my plan view at the top, I have my 3D model down here, and I have my profile view window open here. I'm going to select my first right-of-way line that I want to see show up in my cross sections. I'll select it, and then I'll select Open Profile Model from the dynamic text icon here. And so we'll select that and make this our dynamic profile view. And I'm going to select that profile and say, or set as active. And that's it. And you can see that now shows up in my model. And then I'll do the same thing for my proposed. Open that profile model view, select it, and make it active, and we're done. Now, what I did in this right-of-way file is I did reference in the active or the existing terrain model and make that active, and so that way it picks that up. And that's all we have to do. When we come back over to our corridor design file, back in that same exact area, now you're going to see that we have our labels showing up for our right-of-way. Both our existing and proposed, and you can see how it ties to ground. And just to show you here briefly, this will exaggerate the text if you stretch it vertically, which is just part of the way that this is set up. Shouldn't really be a problem as you go to produce your proposed cross sections. There's not going to be vertical exaggeration, so they will look proper. So just remember, this is only going to be something you'll notice in your dynamic cross-section view, which is utilized for building your proposed model, not in terms of your plans production. This will not be an issue.